So when it comes to building much more complex shapes, so take for example the exact replica of the Frank Gehry wiggle chair, you might want to use your drawing or like I've done here, cheating really, an image of the chair that you're trying to design in the background, and you can copy and paste that in as long as that's a JPEG. And what you can do is when it's selected, you can go up to Object and you can hide the selection, or Control 3, and that means that it disappears, and you can just sort of continually bring it on and turn it off so that you can build up your shape. So I try to imagine the chair as a series of circles and rectangles. And once you've decided on the width that you want to, the consistent width that you want to make your cardboard, you just need to make sure that obviously the distance between your inner and outer circle fits that width, as does the width of your rectangle here, and then you build them up accordingly. Also, to keep the consistency of the design, what you can do is once you've designed one of your circles, you of course can just copy and paste it exactly. Now, in terms of how you would create these circles, it's fairly straightforward. I'll just use a blank bit of space over here to show you. But if you have the ellipse tool selected and you click anywhere on the page, you can tell the computer exactly how wide you'd like your circle to be. And obviously, if the numbers are the same, it's an exact circle. So, for example, if you make it 100 by 100 and press OK, you've then got your circle. I'm just going to make the outline up here in the top left. I'm going to make that red so that we can see it. Sorry about that. So, and then a top tip. If we know that we want our chair cardboard width to be 60 millimeters, what we can then do is we can copy, so edit, copy or Control C, and then edit paste in front, which is Control F. So we have an identical circle sitting exactly on the top of that circle. Then we can use the transform tool, and we can simply add the millimeters to it. Now we know that we want on either side we want it to be 60 millimeters. That means that in total we have to add, add not equals, add 120 and 120, and then you end up with your shape like so. And then with them both selected, you can Control C, Control V, and then you can use them identical shapes to start to build your wiggle chair. And then of course you can do the same with the rectangle tool. So if you go back to this ellipse tool and select rectangle, if you click on that, you can make the height exactly 60, so that we know it is going to exactly match the width with the circles, and then you can perhaps make the length a little bit less than that, so something like 150, because we can always change that manually. And then what we can do is we know that's an exact match, and we can align that up. Now we know that this needs to be a little bit longer, but it also needs to tilt like so. So with a little bit of messing around, you can make this line up with this one, and of course you can continue to rotate until you get an exact match. And then you'd want to be moving really closely in so that you know that it's a really good line up. And that's how you first of all build the shapes. So I'm going to delete those now. And then you need to get it to be a finished article, of course. So you need to join all of the shapes together, which is no mean feat. And I'll show you that in the next video.